Cyprus, a small island nation in the eastern Mediterranean, where ancient civilizations left their mark in stone and the warm sea breeze carries thousands of years of history. Did you know Cyprus is the birthplace of Aphrodite, the goddess of love in Greek mythology? Or that it is one of the oldest wine-producing regions in the world, with a wine-making tradition stretching back over 5,000 years? From Nairobi to Nicosia, the distance is approximately 4,053 kilometers. But Cyprus and Kenya share more than geography could suggest: a Commonwealth heritage, a commitment to diplomacy, and a growing partnership built on mutual respect. Today we sit down with His Excellency Ambassador Savas Vladimiru to explore the relationship between Cyprus and Kenya and the opportunities both nations are creating together. From East Africa to the Eastern Mediterranean, the relationship between the Republic of Cyprus and Kenya may not always make headlines, but it is a relationship shaped by shared interests in global diplomacy, trade, and definitely tourism. This is exactly what we'll be talking about today on BALOZI Speaks, My Country, My Story. Let's go in and talk to the ambassador. All right, this is yet another episode of BALOZI Speaks, My Country, My Story, and today we are very much privileged to be at the residence of His Excellency Savas Vladimiru. He's the ambassador of the Republic of Cyprus to Kenya, and he's been here for quite a while. BALOZI, asante sana. Thank you for having us today. Before we even talk about matters diplomacy and the relationship between Kenya and Cyprus, so we need to know a bit about you. You've been in Kenya now about 3 years, but before you came to Kenya, where else have you served as a diplomat? And was this a natural destination for you?
Thank you. Thank you for the interview. I'm very happy to presenting myself to the world and to Kenya. I entered the diplomatic service in 2005. I moved to Mexico. That was my first posting, which I really enjoyed. Amazing culture, amazing people. After that, I moved to Spain. Then I went back to Cyprus and I served for 2.5 years in the Cyprus Issue Division. And then I moved to Palestine. I was the head of the representative office of Cyprus in Ramallah. I stayed there for 5 years. I left during COVID, during a very difficult period. I went back to Cyprus and I had become, I was appointed to be the head of the Middle East and Africa department. And there I had the opportunity to meet some amazing people who were actually working in Africa. Some of our, the chairpersons of the biggest NGO in Cyprus, and they were working in Kenya. It's an NGO called Sophia for Children, and they focus on providing support, running orphanages, medical centers, and providing opportunities for unprivileged children here in Kenya. So after I met with them, I told my wife that if Kenya reopens again, I will apply, and I did. So I came here with a purpose.
Right. So this is your first proper posting to Africa.
Yes. Yes.
How has that been?
It's been amazing so far. I mean, first of all, we have achieved a lot. Africa has become our biggest focus as a ministry. Our ministry in 2025 had declared Africa Year for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. My Minister of Foreign Affairs paid 3 official visits in Africa, starting from Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia. We recognize as Cyprus that this is the African century. The opportunities are endless, and we're here. And we're here to not just to do business, but also to unfold parts of our foreign policy. And one of them is development aid, providing educational opportunities for Kenyan students. I'm not sure how aware you are, but we have a lot of students who have studied or are studying in Cyprus. We have a lot of people moving to Cyprus from Kenya to do high-profile work in Forex, in blockchain, in digital economy. So yeah.
And we'll talk more about the relations and what people stand to benefit from this relationship. But still back to you and your experience here in Kenya now. 3 years in, you must have learned a lot here in Nairobi. Probably, what could be the highlight of your experience in Kenya?
Apart from the gentle people and warm welcome that we received, Kenya has one of the most beautiful natures in the world. We landed in paradise. I mean, walking into Karura Park every day, you know, taking my dog for a walk, having that peace and tranquility and the opportunity to just reflect on how beautiful it is to be able to have this beautiful park in the middle of a bustling city. So, and you know, I had the opportunity to travel to Amboseli, to Masai Mara, to Mount Kenya. I mean, it's extraordinary, extraordinary. I never in my life I thought I would experience such images. I mean, especially Amboseli for me was just something extraordinary. And I was so lucky because we had a clear day and you could see Kilimanjaro.
Oh, from Amboseli.
Yeah, on the background. And it was
across
just,
the border in Tanzania.
Yeah. It was just an amazing thing. And it makes you reflect on our relationship with nature, the rest of the animal kingdom, and what do we do here and what is our role. And I want this to be part of what I do here and in cooperation with my colleagues in the EU, and it's part of our mission to, you know, highlight the relationship between nature and man and our presence on this planet.
You mentioned earlier that you had this conversation with your wife and you said if the mission in Nairobi reopened, you'd come here. On a personal note, how is it to transplant your family from a different culture and bring them to Africa and say, okay, fine, this is where we're going to live?
I thought it would be difficult, but and to be honest, we were worried about it, but they love it over here. I mean, my youngest son, who still lives with us, loves it here. The educational system is amazing. We never had such a good educational experience. The lifestyle here, I mean, it's a great experience to live in Nairobi. And again, I go back to always to having access to such a beautiful park and big part of nature, in the nature of Kenya. So it has been easier than I thought.
All right. Speaking about culture, and you come from a different culture, as a crossroads between different kinds of culture. Africa, you're very close, being from the Eastern Mediterranean, there's an Asian culture there, the European culture, very close to Africa as well, and how it intertwines with your experience now here in Kenya. Has that affected your work in any way?
To be honest, we acclimatized pretty quickly. I didn't see many differences. We're Eastern Mediterraneans, so we have the influence and the fortune to be influenced by everybody. We were part of a colony. We were part of the British Empire, and Kenya was the same. And we shared common experiences. We had the anti-colonial struggle, and this is where the relationship between Cyprus and Kenya actually started. The relationship between later President Kenyatta and our leader of the anti-colonial movement, the Archbishop Makarios, who was also the head of our church. So this created extremely strong bonds between the two countries and the two peoples. Our late president created the Technical School of Nairobi. We have thousands of students there. We established scholarships for Kenyans to study in Cyprus. I walk in the streets and I meet people who were given the opportunity to go and study in Cyprus by the Greek Orthodox Church and by the Republic of Cyprus. And we have nurses, we have doctors, we have engineers. I mean, it's an amazing thing to see.
And now, if you read a lot about the relationship between Kenya and Cyprus, they always say that Cyprus was among the first countries to have proper relations with Kenya. Yet it's only recently that we've seen headlines saying that you've opened an embassy in Nairobi. Kindly explain to us that, what exactly that means or meant over this long period that this relationship has existed.
So, first of all, Kenya was one of the first countries that we had a diplomatic mission, and but due to the financial crisis of 2013, our government at the time decided to close a few diplomatic missions in order for us to get out of the financial crisis we were into. So in 2023, I was mandated, I was tasked to come here and reopen our diplomatic mission. So we had a 10-year absence from here. and now we're catching up.
Now you're back.
We're back, and we, in the last 3.5 years almost that I've been here, we have signed, I think, 4 memorandums of understandings. We have promoted MOUs with the Chambers of Commerce. We had the visit of my minister. We're planning for a presidential visit. So things have been happening. Our development program of the development program of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been focused on Kenya. We have been working with Sophia for Children. We're working with other institutions, including the Greek Orthodox Church here, to provide scholarships, to provide the funding for various programs. So, yeah.
And it's interesting that every time you make a statement, you talk about the church, the Orthodox Church. How important is that in as far as your diplomatic mission is concerned?
We are a secular state, but because, you know, it's the particularities of the history here. I mean, our first president was the head of our church at the same time. So, and the relationship between Kenyatta and Cyprus started between the two, and then we established the Greek Orthodox Church mission here in Kenya. They have been pioneering, and they have been holding the flag even when we were not here as a diplomatic mission. So they have, the relationship with the church and the state is that they have maintained the historical heritage and the memory of this relationship alive, and they still do. I mean, they are extremely active. I think we have more than 2 million Greek Orthodox Christians here in Kenya. One of my most beautiful experiences was when I was in Loitoktok, and we were inaugurating the Greek Orthodox Church there. I was even given a Maasai name, but I don't remember it.
I almost asked you what the name was.
But it was such a beautiful experience, you know, and again, the view there is just extraordinary, so yes.
Wow, even as we speak right now, Cyprus currently holds the presidency of the European Union. That's exactly what we'll be talking about after the break with Ambassador Savas Vladimiru. You're watching BALOZI Speaks. All right, welcome back. You're watching BALOZI Speaks, My Country, My Story, and today we are having this sit down with His Excellency Savas Vladimiru, Ambassador of the Republic of Cyprus to Kenya. BALOZI, just before the break, we introduced your relationship with the EU. Currently, the presidency of the European Union is domiciled in Cyprus. How is it working under the European Union, and what does this presidency mean to you?
Thank you. Really good question. It's a privilege to hold the presidency of the EU and a great responsibility. We joined the EU, which is a union of values and principles, and we wanted to be part of that. And it was our second greatest achievement after the independence of the Republic of Cyprus in 1960. And it has changed so much and contributed so much in our society, in our economy, in our foreign policy. We're proud that we're guided by these values and by these principles, especially now in this troubled world. And we're working to maintain that by working together, by creating synergies. We are a country in the Eastern Mediterranean, a very troubled region. So we are a safe harbor for all the countries in the region. We have been hosting negotiations. We have been channels of communication between countries in the region. We maintain excellent relationship with all the countries and all the actors in the region. And this is what we bring in this European Union equation. Okay.
And it's interesting the geographical position you occupy, Cyprus. Most EU members are located within continental Europe. As an island nation, with what we talked about, it was almost at a crossroads. Africa on one side, Asia on the other, then Europe. What does this unique geographical position mean for your diplomatic missions?
It means good food. It, it has affected us culturally, and historically also. You understand that we have been parts of different civilizations and cultures, from the ancient Greeks to the Persian Empire to the Roman Empire, the Hellenistic period, the Byzantine period, the Franks, the British, the Venetians, and the Ottoman Empire. So that has filtered down into our culture, and I believe it has helped us understand fundamental and how to communicate with our partners in the region. And that's have benefited us a lot, actually. We have become a financial hub in the Eastern Mediterranean, a business hub, a services hub. We have one of the biggest shipping industries in the world, and tourism is also a big thing. I mean, we do enjoy a really nice climate and the beauty of the Mediterranean. So, yes.
Well, let's now talk about Kenya and Cyprus, because now you talk about tourism and how big tourism is in Cyprus. We also boast of quite unique tourism destinations here in Kenya as well. Now, when you talk about the uniqueness of some of the things you've talked about, a financial hub and all this, what does Kenya stand to benefit directly, or what areas do we really cooperate in from all that you've mentioned?
Cyprus businesses have been active here in Kenya, mostly in construction. We have pharmaceutical sector trying to expand in the region. I mean, shipping is always something that the shipping industry, because of Mombasa and the ports. But I have identified personally sectors that go beyond traditional business cooperation. I've seen young people working from home, doing forex, crypto harvesting, blockchain, and anything digital. And Kenya is an incubator of young talent, which a lot of Cypriot companies have been headhunting, yes. And I mean, I can see extraordinary opportunities there. Now, in regards to what I see in Kenya, there is huge potential for tourism here. I mean, coming from our own experience as a tourist destination, Kenya could be doubling its tourism intake every 5 years. It does take a lot of effort. If you depend too much on one sector, of course, there's risk to take. But the opportunities for tourism in Kenya are still untapped. And I can see how many opportunities are in infrastructure. I mean, just in airports, Kenya is in the center of, I mean, it's the financial center of Africa, basically. And creating a modern airport and attracting more traffic, I mean, that will boost its economy and its tourism.
Do you get to share some of these insights from what has worked for you in Cyprus and some of the industries that we share with some of the officials in our government, or in Kenya at least?
Yes, of course. We had many opportunities. Now we're working actually on promoting a memorandum of understanding on tourism, and that will be issues that will be discussed by the experts on this sector. But I think 99% of Cypriots come from the tourist industry one way or the other, because, you know, when we started working part-time jobs when we were young, it was in restaurants, in the hotel industry. So we understand the importance of that sector. In our case, because of our integration with the European Union and with our cooperation, in regional cooperation with the countries of our neighbors, we had open skies agreements that allowed low-cost companies to create, put their base, the flight schedule base in Cyprus and conduct low-cost flights with all the countries in the region. And of course, that means increased revenues, increased number of tourists. And it is my belief that every euro, every dollar you spend on infrastructure or in the effort to boost your tourism is multiplied by 1,000, and that is a fact.
All right. You mentioned something about how vibrant the young population in Kenya is and how involved they are probably in the financial market and stuff like that. What unique opportunities do Kenyan youth stand to gain from this relationship?
We are a small country, so we were always suffering from shortage of labor. But the opportunity I see is high-skilled labor, which actually pays a lot. The private sector has been very successful in scouting, finding the talent, and providing employment, high-income employment for extraordinary talent. So these are the opportunities I see, but I also see a lot of opportunities for Cypriot companies in investing in Kenya. We have been talking about this for a while, and our Chamber of Commerce has identified Kenya as the most interesting country in Africa to attract investment. And if it wasn't for this crisis now in the Gulf, we will have members of our Chamber of Commerce visiting Kenya to participate in Kiko and have B2B meetings. But unpredicted events.
All right. So you said the embassy in Nairobi was reopened just 3 years ago. How far have you gone in as far as projects are concerned? Which unique projects is Cyprus currently engaging in on Kenyan soil?
My goal was to finalize our development program here in Kenya. So I claim 99% success on that. We have from concept, we have managed to materialize it with the help of my excellent colleagues back in Cyprus and with the fantastic people of the NGOs and the other organizations we have been working with. And because of the success, sometimes you become a victim of your own success. So a lot of other NGOs who operate in the region, not just in Kenya, have started approaching us in order to bring their own projects and see if we can work together. So that's created a lot of workload for us. Business to business is still in the pipeline. We have highlighted Kenya as the most attractive business destination for Cypriot companies, and they want to come here. Then they have done their own study, they have seen the numbers, and the possibilities are here. And we're heavily invested in the EPA. We have a few issues to be resolved, but it's there and we're talking, and I see the potential in this. Now, in regards to our presence here, we have established the residence, we have established the diplomatic mission. We're down in Brookside Drive on the piano building. We have, but it took a long time to equip everything, put everything in place, and I'm happy that I have achieved that. We had the inauguration when my minister was here with His Excellency Minister Mudavadi, so that was the highlight of the visit. Soon I'll be finishing my term here next August, so yeah.
The final word now. What would you leave us with that is uniquely Cypriot? A statement probably to charge Kenyans on?
We have a quote, and going back to a quote is, it was from Nikos Kazantzakis, one of the great Greek authors. He wrote Zorba the Greek and The Last Temptation, and he said, "It is my responsibility to change the world."
Wow, thank you so much for that. He says, "It is my responsibility to change the world." That's exactly what we do here at BALOZI Speaks, My Country, My Story. Ambassador Savas of Vladimiru, Ambassador of the Republic of Cyprus to Kenya. Asante sana.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As Kenya and Cyprus continue strengthening their ties, this partnership reminds us that distance is definitely not a barrier to shared progress. Thanks for watching BALOZI Speaks, My Country, My Story, and stay with us as we continue exploring these connections that shape our world.